We're in Chicago at the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference with none other than Mr. Vic Mensa, famed rapper, entrepreneur, fashion icon, and now cannabis entrepreneur. I repeated myself, but let's go. Let's get it. Vic, how are you doing?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Thank you so much for joining us. How has the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference experience been so far for you?
It's been great. You know, I had a great time on the panel, and I've been meeting interesting people, and honored to be here.
You recently launched the first black-owned cannabis brand in Illinois. Tell us about it. It's called 93 Boys. Why do you call it that, and what is special about it?
93 Boys, we specialize in premium gas. I'm born in the year 93, and my whole team is born in the year 1993. And so that's how we ran with the name. And, you know, at this point in time, we're really just bringing an energy to cannabis in Illinois that hasn't existed thus far. Everything's been pretty corporate, and the branding has been kind of, you know, dry, maybe marketed to an older consumer base. And so we're kind of stepping in a more streetwear space, you know.
You've always been very entrepreneurial. You told me before I ever sold a wrap, I sold an eighth. But what made you want to get into the cannabis industry, especially?
I mean, when the legislation began to change in Illinois, I knew I had to get into the cannabis industry, just being that was my first entrepreneurial venture, was selling weed. And so I just felt that I need to be involved, and, you know, not only myself, but we need to be involved. Like, my people have to be involved.
You know, you've become financially literate over the years. You've started your own businesses, but you know, people of color in America are not told very often, hey, you can start your own business, right? As a Latino, my mother told me you can make it big maybe in corporate America, but you know, starting a business was never really in the cards. What would you tell people, you know, of color seeking to start their own business? What is your main advice there?
Man, I mean, I would definitely tell people of color, read the contracts, and start small. You know what I mean? Like, start within your means. With everything that I'm creating right now, it's like my angle is make it happen on whatever level I can, in whatever capacity. Don't just keep dreaming about founding something for the next 10 years. It's like, found it in whatever capacity you can now, with the intent to grow.
You know, my lady likes to joke. She says, do you accumulate a small fortune? You start with a big fortune and you squander it, right? But for those of us who are not that fortunate, that lucky to start with a big fortune, how do you manage your money? How do you accumulate some wealth? Then you can start your own business, that you can live a good life, that you can make music.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing that I would tell people, man. Don't spend your money on rent, you know? So at this point in time, I'm just focused, you know? So I'm not so concerned with material things, you know what I mean? I'm not so concerned with the best house, the best car, the best clothes. Like, I've probably worn this outfit for months now, you know what I mean? It works for me, and I'm using my money for things that I can build.
You can be frugal and still live a stylish and good life, right?
Yeah.
Vic Mensa, thank you very much. Go check out 93 Boys if you're in Illinois, if you're in other markets. Take a plane to Illinois. This is worth it. Actually, I got mine.
You got something right there?
Right here. Vic,
Let's go.
thank you.
Thank you, man.